So here's another example of a problem that I want to solve for x. As you've kind of noticed, the whole purpose is we need to set these equal to 0 so that we can do factoring, or if it's a quadratic equation, we can use the quadratic formula. So what I want to do first is I want to get all of my terms on one side. So I'm going to do it all in one step. I'm going to subtract 8x and 12 from both sides. So that's going to give me 2x cubed plus 3x squared minus 8x minus 12, and that's going to be equal to 0. So now this kind of reminds me of the factor by grouping, right? I've got 4 terms I can group by in groups of 2. So let's look at the first 2 and then the last 2. So the first 2, what do they have in common? Well, they've got an x squared, and that's going to be 2x plus 3. I'm going to come over here and I've got minus. They both have what in common? They both have a 4 in common. So that's going to be 2x plus 3. Oh, isn't that awesome? We know we did it right because they both have 2x plus 3 in common. So I would write it as x squared minus 4 times 2x plus 3 equals 0. Now here, if you wanted to, you could go ahead and you could simplify. There's 2 ways to do it. You could factor the x squared minus 4 again, or you can use the square root, which is a lot of what we've already done. I'm going to go ahead and just set each one of them equal to 0. If you want to do it the other way, please feel free to do that. You're going to get exactly the same answer that we are when I do it this way. So this is going to be x squared equals 4. I take the square root of both sides. So I get the plus or minus square root of 4, so I get x equals plus or minus 2. Over here, I'm going to get 2x equals minus 3. I'm going to divide both sides by 2, and I'm going to get x equals minus 3 halves. So again, make sure that you know how to write it this way, and that you can also do it in set notation. So if you do it in set notation, it would be -2, -3 halves, and +2.